Falls from height claim an average of roughly 200,000 victims a year. 200,000 injuries ranging from sprained ankles to debilitating back injuries to broken bones. 600 aren't so lucky. They die. Yes, that's right. Falls from as little as 6 feet can and do result in death. Every year. Nearly 2 a day. Those are grave statistics. Nobody wants that to happen. That's what this program is all about, how you can avoid becoming a statistic. When working at a grain elevator, there are a multitude of potential fall hazards. We say potential because if you follow the rules and pay attention, you shouldn't have a problem. It's when we decide to take shortcuts, ignore safety policies, or let ourselves become distracted that problems usually occur. At the grain elevator, there are stairs, catwalks, and fixed ladders everywhere, and each of them can present a hazard, but they don't have to. Let's start with stairs. The first thing to remember is the stairs themselves must be safe. If they are corroded, rusty, or otherwise in disrepair, don't use the stairs. Report the hazard so it can be corrected before an accident or injury occurs. When walking up or down stairs, make sure as much of your foot as possible is in contact with each stair. Only touching the stairs with your heel or toe can cause a slip and fall. Stairs are fitted with handrails. Use these handrails. That way, if you lose your footing, your hand on the rail can offer support and keep you from falling. If you don't hold the handrail or don't pay attention to where you're stepping, you're asking for trouble. There are ladders all over the elevator and they can be used safely. The first rule, you need to have on the proper footwear. Boots with a minimum 1-inch heel are required. This heel will help engage your foot in the rungs while you climb and prevent your foot from slipping off the rung as you climb. Next, inspect the ladder. Look for rust, corrosion, or any other visible damage. If you see or even suspect any damage, don't climb the ladder. Report your concerns and get the ladder repaired. A fixed ladder must be able to support at least 2 loads of 250 pounds each, concentrated between any 2 consecutive attachments. Fixed ladders also must support added anticipated loads caused by ice buildup, winds, rigging, and impact loads resulting from using ladder safety devices. If an inspection reveals that any of these components or characteristics is unsafe, the ladder should not be used. Cages or wells must be provided on fixed ladders of more than 20 feet to a maximum unbroken length of 30 feet. Always face the ladder when ascending or descending. Place your foot on the rung so that the front edge of the heel is against the rung. Grip the rungs or the rails firmly. Gripping the rungs can make it easier to catch yourself when falling. Use a climbing rhythm. No matter what type of ladder you use, always maintain 3 points of contact. This means 2 feet and 1 hand, or 1 foot and 2 hands in contact with the ladder at all times. Both hands must be free for gripping the ladder. Don't carry objects in one hand and climb with the other. Use a rope or another method to transport tools and equipment up to the necessary height. Do not carry large objects up or down a ladder. Never have more than 1 person climbing the ladder at one time. Cages surround the ladder and help in fall prevention by providing more area for the climber to support themselves, and in case of a fall, cages provide more opportunity for the climber to catch themselves. Cages are optional for any ladder less than 20 feet in length, but in ladders longer than 20 feet, they are required. Horizontal bands must be fastened to the side of rails of rail ladders or directly to the structure, building, or equipment for individual rung ladders. Vertical bars must be on the inside of the horizontal bands and must be fastened to them. The inside of the cage must be clear of projections. The bottom of the cage must be between 7 feet and 8 feet above the point of access to the bottom of the ladder. The top of the cage must be a minimum of 42 inches above the top of the platform or the point of access at the top of the ladder. Provisions must be made for access to the platform or other point of access. At the grain elevator, you'll probably sooner or later use catwalks on top of the grain bins. Needless to say, a fall from this height will be fatal. But again, it doesn't have to be. Catwalks are fitted with guardrails. They guard against you falling outside the rails. There must be a top rail, a mid rail, and a toe board. The top rail also serves as a handrail. Anytime you walk along a catwalk, just like the stairs, always hold a handrail. Catwalks often lead to stairs. Same thing, hold the handrail, exercise caution, pay attention to what you're doing. Are these the only fall hazards you may face during the course of your job? Of course not. There are fall hazards everywhere, and just as with the ones we mentioned here, you need to understand the hazard and take the steps necessary to prevent an injury. Remember, falls can be fatal. Always hold the handrail. Inspect stairs, ladders, and catwalks. Maintain 3 points of contact at all times and pay attention to the task at hand. Heights. It comes with the territory, but working safely at height is your responsibility. We can design a safe facility and provide you with everything you need to work safely, but if you don't use the equipment properly or bypass policies and procedures, you're putting yourself at risk. You can choose to work safely, or you can choose to take chances. Make the right choice.